Hey, we are at SHOT Show 2024 at the TiON booth. Scott is gonna run me through all of the suppressors, the technology behind it, what makes it easy to clean, the mounting system. So what all are we showcasing here today? Just in a quick, overview.
Sure, we have a complete cross section of suppressors from 22 all the way to 50 caliber. And we have quick disconnect, we have direct attach. We even are talking about our new product in the product area, which is showing our new 9mm rifle suppressor and a quick detach and a direct attach. We call them Mini. It's part of the Mini family of suppressors. So we're going over all of those today.
Awesome. And made in America, machined.
We do everything ourselves.
Right.
We machine everything. We don't outsource anything. We get raw material and we produce the final product. We deal directly with dealers. We don't use wholesalers. We don't use anybody else. We direct with dealers.
And no welding.
No welding, everything's machined. Everything's serviceable, everything with common tools out of your toolbox. All these things are special to us. With our own unique quick disconnect, which eliminates repeatability problems.
Awesome, well Scott, let's dive in. Captain?
No,
just
all the inside, it'll still perform. You don't have to change the end cap to get that kind of performance. It has more volume in it and other things. We have the numbers in our catalog, it does phenomenal. But we have different mounts. See, the mounts are larger for these.
Right.
But we have all the different threads, and you get mounts, muzzle brake mounts, or flash hider mounts.
Wow.
And you can attach it. So literally anything in the world from 22 all the way to 338.
So when someone's like, I want a first suppressor, and it's like, okay, what's the purpose? Oh, I want to do it this. Ha, this will do it all.
The downside of this is it's larger and it's heavier.
Sure.
But we've actually recently changed this. We machined 3 1/4 ounces off this just by this compression here. And now it's 19 ounces. So it's really made it a phenomenal.
Right.
And our mounts are lighter than everybody else's because we're titanium there.
Titanium, yeah,
about
titanium,
the mounts.
right.
They're these heavy steel ones.
Yep.
Feel the weight of that one.
And then it changes the dynamics of the gun too, and this is weighted right there in that. Yeah, holy cow.
So it's all these things that add up.
Incredible.
But anyway, that's the 338. And over here, we talked about the Minuteman, our pistol ones. Then you move into the 7.62 direct attaches and the new one in there. And then the 7.62, all of the quick attaches.
Okay,
okay. 50 cal.
50 cal, which is so cool.
So those are both the pistol suppressors you see in here. That's 9mm and 45.
Amazing.
So, and you can put 3 lug H&K kits in there. We have those where 3 pieces, you can take this guts out, put it in, now you've got a 3 lug
Swap it out, right.
So,
oh, amazing.
And of course, all our baffles, you can see, you take them out and you can clean them easy.
I love that. Do you ever throw these just like into a sonic cleaner?
You can do that, but what happens is on an ultrasonic cleaner, it's no good for taking burnt on carbon off the blast baffles.
Right.
You can run it until hell freezes over.
Sure.
But if you use CLR,
and then just let it wait a couple hours.
Well, you can put them 2 hours in, soak them, and clean them. Or if you wanted to use a ultrasonic, we've been experimenting with an ultrasonic maker.
Yeah.
And you can put them in an ultrasonic and turn that into like 10 minutes. It'll do the whole thing.
Wow.
Using CLR.
That's amazing.
But most people would just get a Tupperware containers.
Soak
for 2 hours and be done with it.
Yes.
That's the beauty of that.
Cool.
And we have brushes. So with your suppressor, your Dragoons, you have a brush. It's going to be smaller diameter. This is the diameter for the bigger one. But you have a 1 1/4 inch diameter. The idea here, and we have videos to this effect, and we talk about it in the manual, but put it in a drill. You take your body like this. You've got all the ends off, the baffles are out. You just run some water through there while you run this in and out. A couple of strokes and rinse it, that's clean.
Wow,
and then you clean your baffles and put it back together.
Put it back together.
So it takes the pain out of cleaning suppressors, which is a pain in the ass.
Yes, it is.
And so this are the things we do for customers to make it easy on them.
That's amazing. Cool. You've thought of everything, really, truly.
Well, we try to.
Yes.
I mean,
and I love that you take feedback too from people to be better or to provide the next.
We're always doing that.
Feedback.
And that's where the idea. Recently, the ideas are coming from my customers.
Yeah.
And some I don't like. Some I do like.
Sure.
And we execute.
Yes. I have to pick this one up. Oh, this is amazing. 21 ounces, crazy. Shooting this can will forever be a memory. I loved it.
And the lever action was the best, as you said.
It was.
We had from Bighorn, we had an AR500.
Right.
But with ejection port noise and stuff, I sent it back to them and I got the lever action because obviously you have no noise on the side.
Right.
And it proved perfect.
It proved. It was the right call,
so
100%.
Now we have that in our inventory and we can demonstrate it anywhere.
Yes, amazing.
You got 1/8 of an inch of it exposed on the mount. So if you overlay this, you'll see that it's going down into it that far.
Yeah, that's incredible.
But so we can't use these because they go too far.
Right.
But our other suppressors use those like that.
Yeah.
So that, but you have, I think you got a quick disconnect, didn't you?
Yes, for both.
Yeah.
I was spoiled.
So this is what you're going to experience. You put it on.
Boom, tight, and you're done.
Now the key here is, I'm going to go slow. When you slide this in, you can go any direction. It's not directional, so any slot you can put it in.
Okay.
But there's a spring in there, so notice I'm pushing the spring.
Yep.
I'm going to go push it up. I'm going to turn it clockwise. You hear it click in.
Yes.
That means it's on, locked on, but it's not tight. You see the gap here?
Yep.
What I'm going to turn is one revolution. It's going to pull the mount up into it. It's going to close this except for a crack.
Okay.
And what that's doing, you see there, it's rock solid.
Yes, yep.
And I'm going to show you.
Wow.
This is one right off the CNC machine. It's not finished, but it illustrates what I'm going to show you on the mount. The key to this is these shoulders here and here. See that bevel shoulder? They mate to this ledge or a shoulder here and here.
Okay.
So when they go in, the nut's just pulling it up to that. The key is our repeatability. You take it off, put it on, take it off, put it on. You're going to get the same group. Because of this, it's impossible to be out of alignment.
Right.
And that's
the
our
key
design.
to suppressors.
It's unique. Nobody has this. It's our design, and we developed it. That's what you're seeing when I crank that nut forward. It's going forward on these threads, and you hear a ratcheting. It's on the end.
Okay.
Other suppressors have ratchets on the side, and that causes misalignment of quicker disconnect. So their groups aren't always the same.
The accuracy suffers.
But we don't have that problem because we have the shoulders, and this is linear. It's not on the side. It's forced this way. Okay. So we don't have that distortion, which is how we achieve some of the things we achieve.
Amazing.
But also, just to give you information, and I like this to bring one of these unfinished suppressors because it illustrates.
I like it in the white anyways.
Well, one of the major differences, there's a huge difference between us and everybody else, is most people, they use tube material and they machine pieces, they weld it together. Right. We don't weld anything. That's machined out of a solid bar of titanium. Nobody on the planet does that.
Even with like 3D printed, it's like the 3D print inside, and then they have that
3D
outer shell.
They have a very open pore system. They have micro bubbles in that. It's not strong like this. It's machined out of solid bar.
All one piece, not welded together. Yeah, incredible technology.
So that is a huge difference. Our baffles, all machined. You can't get this finish with printing. Yeah. It's going to be, and if you don't have a slick surface, like a blast baffle like this, the carbon is going to burn onto the front of this, and you have pores of printed material. It embeds in those. You can't get that out. Yeah. And even with this, you need to use something like CLR, and you soak it for 2 hours, and you can wipe it off. What? With CLR. Right back to this. But you can't do that with printed stuff. Right. Wow. So the first two baffles are heavier, and that's allowing for that the abuse that they take. Yeah. And then we have this bushing we designed because we, unlike welded suppressors, we had to find a way to keep the end cap from coming loose. So we developed our end cap. You see a lot of threads here, a lot of strength. We have no issue with strength. Okay. This bevel right here interfaces with a bevel here. So what it does is it goes into that, and the last baffle is recessed so that bushing will go on it. So this is going up in the middle of that. So that is all part of our retention system at the end of the suppressor. Okay. So a lot of things that we had to create to solve problems that nobody else, welded people never had. Yeah. They don't have the ability to service anything. We can service everything. That's amazing. Every single suppressor, you can service down to every single part. Wow. With no special tools. A lot of love put into this. We spent a lot of R&D. Yeah. Pete is the best salesman we have. He owns Pete's Guns in Kerrville, Texas, outside San Antonio. I asked it. Kenzie is our new influencer, I guess, if you want to call it. So out of Tennessee. But Pete has his own store and his own range right out the door. And he also holds a couple of titles. His 1 mile shot with 338 Lapua. Yes. Are you king of 2 mile? No, not that. I won the world's longest shot challenge. That's amazing. 2018 and 2019. Holy cow. That's awesome. I have been to the King of 2 Mile. And the first time we went there, I blew the scope off my rifle. And the second time we went there, I ended up destroying a second scope. What? Yes. Okay, so we need to find a new scope. I have found that. Huge rounds that don't exist. It's custom rounds. Yeah. But the point is that he sells more of our suppressors than any dealer in the country. Wow. And I would like because she's basically talking to people, I would like to tell her your experience. And maybe the Mini is a good example. He asked us to make this.
That little can I asked Scott to make.
Okay.
I says, I need a 5-inch suppressor that is quiet that we can put on guns. And Scott says, no problem. Scott proceeds to make the cans, send them down. He said they're 308 hearing safe. I'm from Texas. As far as we're concerned, we didn't hear the hearing safe part. We heard 308.
308, yep.
30 cal.
Yep.
Can shows up, we out of the box, 300 Weatherby Magnum, 300 Winchester. Ooh. Then we just shoot everything else through. 300 PRC. Yep. 300 round. It's great. Well, my buddy John helps me out on weekends. And John says, what are we going to do? I said, we've got one more gun to shoot, buddy. He says, we shot like 700. I said, yeah, about 700 rounds been through it. Yep. So I go in the house, I bring out my 378 Weatherby. We screwed on the end of the gun, and John goes running around behind the Connex container. He says, I'm hiding. So I get ready and I shoot it, and John screams out, are you alive? I says, yeah, I'm okay, buddy. He comes out and we look at the gun, I says, it works. But the 378 is just a little overkill for that can. Right. Because it made it really difficult to open. Okay. But other than that, they sell themselves. Yeah. All you gotta do is get people.
Right.
Not blow it apart or
anything. Incredible.
And trust me.
Still alive, buddy.
We've never had a suppressor blown apart. Yeah.
I try.
It's awesome. You try to break things?
I try to break them.
Me too, actually.
Yeah, but I have lots of fun with it. I've shot the 450 Bushmaster, the Scott built.
Oh, cool.
Fully auto.
Oh, heck yes.
With 450 Bushmaster shells.
Ooh, that's expensive. That's expensive.
That's what the price is of testing.
That's right, that's right.
It's only money. Test it.
But that started this design process. We developed that, we refined it. He bought a bunch, we've been selling them. We also then developed a quick disconnect for that. Then we did a 5.56 Mini, a 5.56 quick disconnect, and now we've done the 9mm. Right. So we developed an entire family
whole line.
Of minis.
Just because of him. You're spoiled.
I know.
You're spoiled.
But wait, it gets better. Where's my new can?
Yeah, so we developed that because he asked us. Okay. He shoots them and tests them, and we do sound testing, but he's doing an abusive test. So now he asked us when we missed them. We have a particular lineup of 17 suppressors, and this particular one right here, we didn't have a direct attach version of it. We had these small Mini, and we had the long one. So we created this for him, and we now are selling. That's our mid-length 7.62.
Was actually made by Scott for me because I have a client that shoots the Mini can, but he said it's just a little loud on his 7 PRC.
Sure. Yep.
So I've been trying to get him to come to the shop so we can shoot it in my yard, which he's so busy, he just hasn't got there yet. Yep. But Scott was good enough to make 10 of them, which I got 8 of them. Yeah. I bought 8 of them.
Wow.
And I know they're already gone, so I'm not worried.
Yep.
But when I get back to Texas and this shows up, I'll have PJ over. We're going to be shooting this.
Heck yes.
In a heartbeat. He's going to be like, yeah, just get them.
Just get them. And we're done.
Yeah. But the point is we keep coming out with new product, and it's just interesting. And I asked myself and our crew, what are we going to design and make next? And I'm running out of ideas, but the ideas come because the customers
is the one demanding it. This is what I need, yeah. Okay, #1 product maker, designer ideas. Yeah, the ideas.
Well, he comes up with the idea of what he wants, and then I create it.
Create it. Beautiful, beautiful partnership. So awesome. Thank you. Yeah.
So did you enjoy the 500?
Yeah, okay, so that was amazing. CanCon blew me away. It was smart too to do the lever action so you could really appreciate the sound quality, and you shoot it 0 recoil, sounded like a 22, and you're like, okay, 3 more rounds, please. Immediate, that was magic.
Pete sent the ammunition for
you reloaded, I heard about the special like good subs and magic. So,
because you can't buy that, you
have to load it.
But even supersonic is quiet.
Haven't dove into the world of reloading because that's a whole different can of worms, but it is worth it, always.
When you're ready,
let me know. I will.
Because we reload 308 subs, we reload 44 subs, Magnum.
Yep.
We reload 500 Smith & Wesson subs.
As I know.
500 Auto Mags.
Okay.
458 SOCOM, 450 Bushmaster, 4570, 350 Legend and
Good.
3030.
Oh yeah.
So everything just says
yes. It's magic. Magic.
Yeah, I know. I saw your face.
That's stopped. Oh, unbelievable.
Are you kidding me?
What? Still, yes. Still excited about that.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Thank you for doing it. Thanks for loading
You're
it.
welcome. Well, thanks for shooting it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, welcome aboard. As far as I'm anxious to get the feedback from you shooting the suppressors and all. It's exciting.
Well, that was the rundown. Crazy to see the difference from one end of the spectrum to the other. Both are amazing. I love the material. I love the weight of both of these. So where can they learn more about these and where can they find them?
Well, you go to TiON.com, TiONinc.com, and you can get the dealer information. We have a dealer locator, so you can find where dealers are. However, we're still in need of dealers in different locations. If you don't have a dealer near you, contact us directly. We'll transfer through a local Class 3 dealer.
Awesome. Thanks, Scott. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.